Hey guys, Patrick Johnston, GoDominicanLife.com, your real estate company right here in Dominican Republic. But of course, today at Las Terrenas at Vibe, our project here. Just close to 50 villas right here in literally 200 meters from the beach. But I wanted to give you an update today on the progress of what we're doing. As of today, we have like 50 guys working on site, and the construction will continue to scale and scale because the infrastructure bits and pieces are almost done. But what we're going to show you today is a bit of a tour so you can see what we're doing and how we're doing it. So the first thing we had to do is we had to do a canal system, which is not completely done yet, but I'm going to break that through as you can see it. But basically, to avoid water runoff when any torrential rain and hurricanes and Caribbean tropical storms happen, the water has to go somewhere, and we have to guide it in the right way. So this is an engineered canal system that runs all the perimeter of Vibe and then dumps into a natural drain. It's like a cave system that goes underneath the town and out into the river, all done by the Ministry of Environment and all done with engineering and architecture to get where we're going. So this is the canal. Will be sort of like what it'll look like in the end. The exterior wall of Vibe will look like this. It's not finished yet because we have to put the finishing touches on it. But it'll be about 12 feet tall on the outside, and on the inside, but 12 feet on the one side and 4 feet on the inside. So when you're looking at your villa, looking out, it's not going to have like this giant wall that makes you feel like you're in the zoo, you know what I mean? So it'll have a 4-foot wall on this wall, but it's a security wall because it's 12 feet on this side. But it'll be a nice cobblestone style finish, and then of course, then the pools, and then the villa. But let's walk the job site and you can see how many people are here and what we're doing in live action. Now today's Friday at 2:15 in the afternoon. So lunch is over. We're going to be working until about 6 o'clock. So over on this side, we have a new structure for storage and housing for our team. We also have our kitchen room. All the rebar is being bent now for the exterior wall, which we're going to see in a minute. Some tanacos for concrete work, sand and concrete bags for that as well. And then as we head over, all of our site storage for engineering and architecture storage units. And the boys here are, we have the big boulders to do the exterior wall. Then they break them down into the right size. And then basically in here, you can now see where it's shaping up. So you have the original wall that we started, which is there on the outside. That wall is not on our land, that's on the other guy's land. Then the canal system. Then the baseline for the interior wall, which is going to be the same cobblestone wall there, which will go 12 feet high, roughly. And then the water will extend all the way down. And then on this side of the wall, we're going to have this will be the pools area. Every villa will have its own pool, as we know. So then the pools will be formed, which we're going to see those forms in a few minutes. And then after that, all this caliche, extra dirt basically, will be backfilled around the pool, tampered down, and then, so your exterior wall, the pool, the caliche filled in, and then within about 2 weeks, we'll start the actual vertical construction of each villa, all 12 of them in a row. So I've been saying in the update videos in the past, we're working from the back to the front. The canal, the exterior wall, the pools, and then finally the villa. Because you can't reach over the villa to build the pool in the canal. So walk with me. Papi.
Hola, hola.
So the final exterior wall will have this type of finish right here on the inside and the outside. And you can imagine, I mean, it's a lot of hard work, a lot of boulders being brought in, tons and tons of dump trucks of just hardcore rock, and then they have to be broken down, jackhammered down to be the right size. And it's all, of course, engineered. So it'll follow through on it, the concrete base, and then the exterior wall that'll surround the villa. Now, as we go to the back of the property, and this was all, yesterday was rolled with a steamroller to compact for the pools. I want to step on the concrete at the same time. So literally, let's call it within 2 to 3 weeks, this big line of caliche, I will say about half of it will go back around the pool structures and tampered down. And the rest of it, you'll notice that between the height of the pad where the villa will be and the road was left intentionally a little lower, knowing that we were going to have the extra caliche to go on top of the road to finish it. So we don't have to move things twice, order things twice. So to show you the back exterior wall, this will give you a better understanding. Everything's been done in sections. So, remember what I said before, how we've deliberately built Vibe higher than the rest. You can see how these guys are putting in a lower caliche mount. We spent the extra money to be higher just to avoid the water situation. But that canal that we saw behind you, will come along this back wall and then connect into this canal. So you can see how now the lower canal is finished, the inside wall, 12 feet tall, and then the final inside wall will look, again, not like you're in the zoo, but in a nice design. Still has to go up about 2 feet. And then on the other, it's literally the same, because the phase 1 is over where we were just at. Phase 2 is right here. And as you know, we both triggered phase 1 and 2 starting at the same time. So the steamroller was back on this side yesterday. So we're preparing this side here for the exterior wall, just like what we showed you already. The exterior wall will go right on, of course, on the end. Then the pools will go all the way down. Caliche goes back in. Remaining caliche goes back on the road. And then the villa preparations will start. The hardest part, I've said to everybody all the way along, and I thank you for your patience, the hardest part is ensuring that the infrastructure is done correctly, because you can't correct infrastructure after you have started building. You need to have a solid foundation, as they always say, a solid foundation to build on, and that is what we've done. And another clear example of the roads that I've mentioned, this is the pad of phase 2, and you see how the road goes like this, goes lower, deliberately, because we're only going to put half the caliche back where the pools were, because it's going to be the pools there. The rest go in the road to get to the final product. Now, the final thing I want to show you today is the pool structures. So we're going to do a little bit of walk this way. But I tell you, winter in the Caribbean is always beautiful. We're dealing with the same average temperature, 28 to 31 degrees Celsius year round, but the humidity, instead of being 250% in the summer, is now at a reasonable rate that you don't have to change your shirt 16 times a day to get here. Now, if you've not built with foam before, the pool structures down here, and a lot of construction now are built with post and beam concrete pillars, and then the wall structures or the pool structures are built with foam, engineered foam with rebar, so it acts like a teacup for a pool. So here's the pools for phase 1. And these are built to suit, so we're of course ordered in to the exact same style. But you can see right here, anybody in North American can understand that. It'll be fed with concrete and rebar, but it forms like it's a form, and they all stack like Legos, and it's very quick to get that organized and fill it. Then a parging on the outside, backfill it with caliche, and then we keep building on it from there. But again, all ordered to size, naturally, right? So there's a lot going on. I think as of today, there was 47 or 50 guys on site between the rebar creation, 2 sets of rock guys, and then in the back, they're on break right now, but they have another set of rock guys on the wall. So lots of stuff continuing to happen. And as we continue to finish the exterior wall and then finish the pools, most importantly for you guys as the owners of Vibe, you want to see absolutely vertical construction of your own villa, and that's naturally what we're heading towards. But we have to do the back to the front first. We're not sacrificing bad infrastructure for fast timing. We're building a product that is going to last for your generation and our next generation right here at the beach in the Dominican Republic. So as always, you know how to reach me. My WhatsApp number is here at 829-525-1782. Reach out to me anytime, 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., Monday to Saturday, but Sunday I'm at the beach. And as always, thank you for your support. Thank you for your commitment. And we will bring you another update in a couple of weeks. And by that time, we should have some pools going in the ground. And that'll be an exciting thing. So have a great Friday afternoon, wherever you are. Thanks for watching. Take care.